Hi everyone, and I'm back for another James Bond movie review, and this time it's gonna be the fourth James Bond movie in the franchise, and that's going to be Thunderball. Yes, I just finished today this movie, and I have to say, watching this movie, I really must say it's actually average. This movie is really average movie. It's an okay movie, but at the same time, it has so many problems. It's to me, it's boring. I don't know why on IMDb gets 7. I think it's boring. I think even as a kid, I thought Thunderball was actually the weakest Bond because it was kind of boring because it got almost nowhere. I almost fall asleep twice by this movie. I would say it's average. Yeah, I just said it. It's average. It's just I like and I don't like this movie. It's somewhere in between. I don't like this movie that much. And also, yeah, this is the Blu-ray, and also this scene this doesn't fit to the Bond girl, Domino, the actress. Claudina Auger, that uniform doesn't fit because Sean Connery Bond wears that uniform. And she doesn't wear that orange uniform or orange diving uniform. She doesn't wear it. So yeah, she doesn't wear it. You know. She doesn't wear it, this uniform. But this is the fourth movie. This is actually the fourth James Bond movie that came out, was released in 1965. This movie made, they actually sold 140 million tickets, which surpassed Goldfinger. It was that time more popular. But like I said, even as a kid, I thought it was boring. It's to me, it's a time waster, but directed by Terence Young once again. And this is the same problem that I had with From Russia with Love, but I can say that From Russia with Love, in my opinion, is much better than Thunderball. Much better because it wasn't that boring. It was much better executed than this movie. This movie was really it wasn't a bad movie. I would just say it's my least favorite Bond, but it's not a bad movie. No, just like I said, the performance by Sean Connery and others was kind of average. It had plot holes by me, which and I thought like 2 hours 10 minutes is way too long. There's less and less action scenes in this movie. It just wasn't that much excitement. It had some good moments on it, which I'll get to, but it just wasn't for me. I would definitely say that From Russia with Love, is better. I enjoy Doctor No. I love Goldfinger, love Doctor No. The next movie, which I'll get to, You Only Live Twice, I love to death. I love those 3 movies. Goldfinger's the best, then You Only Live Twice by me, then Doctor No. Of course, I'll definitely say probably Diamonds Are Forever, number 4, number 5. From Russia Love, this will be probably 6, and the last one will be Never Say Never Again. Yes, Never Say Never Again came out the year I was born, 1983, and it's actually a remake of this movie. It's a remake, almost the same story, except kind of different, a different concept. But now to the plot. Spectre once again, because in the Goldfinger, it was the first time they decided not to put Spectre in the movie. So in this movie, it's once again Spectre. Spectre's number 2, played by Adolfo Celli. He plays Emilio Largo, decides to steal 2 atomic bombs, and he goes and buries those 2 bombs under the sea by under the sharks, and his extortion. He goes and extortion the government. I think was the US and British government, for I think $280 million. He's extortion them, and they have like 4 days to pay, or they're gonna blow the bombs. And of course MI6 calls their best man, James Bond 007, played by Sean Connery once again, which he returns the 4th time in this movie. And Sean Connery, Bond, is in this clinic, and we also see the guy played Philip Falls Tassino plays Francois Derval. He's actually US pilot, and he's been killed and replaced by another hitman, which made a plastic surgeon and plastic surgery, in which he took his role, and because he was extortion Spectre, he gets killed, Bowman gets killed, and of course Spectre steals the steals 2 atomic bombs, and hides them in Nassau under the water, in which there are sharks, and James Bond now, he decides to go on Nassau because the lead brings him to this girl, Domino, which was actually the sister of Francoise that he was murdered, because Bond saw in the clinic that Francois was being murdered, he saw the body. And she's the only lead, and the lead brings him to Emilio Largo, which I think, I'm not sure, I think Domino is actually girlfriend of Emilio, or she's a nephew, or his nephew, I don't know, because that's another plot hole by this movie by me, so yeah, while Bond tries to get close, Spectre finds out that Bond, that this guy, he's MI6 agent, they try to kill him somehow. They try to kill him. They send their best assassin, Luciana Paluzzi. She plays Fiona Volpe. She's Spectre's assassin. She works with number 2 Spectre, Emilio Largo, and they try to kill Bond somehow, which again problems, And Bond, all the leads brings him to Emilio Largo, and only he can find those bombs, while through the whole movie he's searching for those bombs, and that mostly is, it's just this was just terrible. I mean, it was really average, this movie is just really more than below average. It's the acting performance by everyone was average, There's barely is any love story between these two. I don't buy that. This love between Bond and Domino is platonic, in my opinion. By the way, rest in peace, Claudine Auger as Domino. But this is just platonic, in my opinion. It was just terrible. There are some god awful lines like Bond orders, that the whole goddamn island gets out of the electricity, and what he says, Bond, that was stupid. Oh, I don't care about the whole island, only the Largo's possession is without electricity, man. Fuck you, Sean Connery, fuck you, Bond, in this movie, Yeah, that wasn't decent. He's James Bond, he's supposed to care, he shouldn't can say that, Or he makes love with an enemy, he sleeps with an enemy, Fiona Volpe, and then he says, oh, what I did was for king and country. That is just cheesy lines, And the movie was just boring it was just boring, But it wasn't all that bad. The open scene, I like the jetpack, I like when Bond goes and kills this guy. The fight scene is okay in the opening scene. I like that, And the finale, the third act by me just starts the movie under the water scenes, the fight scenes with US Navy, that Felix Leiter calls them, and we see those divers in orange uniform, with Emilio Largo's men in all black divers, and we see all the fights and the harpooners. That scene is great. That's the only scene that I liked by Bond, because Sean Connery, actually his character, Bond, he goes and helps the Navy. He helped, and this is the first time that I like that. That scene, I like that. I like that scene. That's the scene that I like. The finale, I mean, not the finale, but the third act, in the fight scenes in the water, that was decent. That was really good, I really liked that. That's the only thing that I really enjoyed in the film, By finale, the camera was way too fast, they're on this boat, and James Bond fights Largo and his men. But the finale, I mean, the camera was way too much moving, it was like shaky cam, way too much. This is the first time I saw Bond a shaky cam in the 60s, And even the fight scenes were kind of average because they weren't decent, And Bond's supposed to kill Emilio Largo. No, who kills him? This woman. She fires the harpoon and kills him. Says, "Oh, I'm glad I killed him." Bond says, "Oh, you're glad." No. This was just a really average movie. It just wasn't that good, But the third act, the underwater scenes between the US Navy and the Largo's men, that's the fight scenes, which US Navy does get the first bomb. The second bomb is, I think, was on this yacht, that which the Navy blows that yacht. That's another good scene, But mostly it's just has like plot holes, like. When Bond goes in this clinic, and he finds this guy, Francois has been with that tape around like a mummy, he goes and opens the tape, and we see an assassin waiting for him. But when Bond goes to call the police, the cops, he goes to call the police with the phone, Another assassin goes with a gun and Bond kicks his ass. But what happened to the second assassin? The second assassin was standing by the door. Miraculously, he disappeared. That's another problem. Then when Bond drives to the headquarters, MI6 headquarters, with his car, another assassin goes and fires at him, and then unaware, the Fiona Volpe, in the motorcycle, this guy, she shows up and destroys the car. Then she goes and grabs the motorcycle and she throws in the water. First off, why? Why she pushed off the cliff motorcycle in the water, which I don't get it. Why? Second, why she attacked the assassin, tried to kill Bond? Why? It's not explained. I don't get this film. I don't get it, Yeah, this movie suffers from problems, The budget was only $9 million, but worldwide $63 million, box office $141 million. That's the reason why it got, because they sold $140 million tickets, That's the reason why it made so much in box office, And Claudine Auger was once again dubbed by Nikki van der Zyl, and of course Adolfo Celli was also voiced by Robert Rietti. By the way, rest in peace, Adolfo Celli. He passed away in '96. And of course, Claudine Auger passed away 2019, rest in peace, as Domino Derval. As Domino Derval, she passed away. But I don't buy the law between those two guys, between this couple. I don't buy them, It's just, this is just not, it's just not a Bond, that I expect. And the movie goes slowly around. Another scene that really irritates me and it's annoying, Bond goes and grabs a proof to Domino, and he gives the dog tags about Francois and the watch, and she warns him, "Hey, Vargas behind you," and he grabs a harpoon like that and shoots him. I was like fucked up. I was like, this Vargas is stupid. How Bond even know he was behind him? That scene was just stupid. Again, Sean Connery was kind of laughable this movie. In my opinion, like he was he was like making love with this therapy, this girl in clinic, this nurse in clinic, and he goes with some glow. I don't know why was he using that glow. I was laughing, but mostly the time I was laughing. Another scene that was irritating, that's really annoyed me, like in the MI6 headquarters, everyone was waiting on him, and Bond was late. And when he shows up, right away in the board meeting, and M was like said, well, now we want to see, now we are all, it's like Bond was like he was because of him they had to wait it. I didn't like that like they making fool out of him because he was the last one. I didn't like that. I think that Bond deserves much better. I think this movie could have been much better executed than it was. Not that was boring for 2 hours. Bond was looking like for 1 hour 40 minutes he was looking for those atomic bombs until he found another sharks. Another thing I didn't like Felix Leiter shoots a shark. I did not like that, by the way, Spectre number 2, he had a pool with sharks. I like that. I like that scene in which Bond goes way too close sharks. That was real. That was for real. Sean Connery really did go too close with 2 sharks. That was for real. That's another scene that I like in the finale. The third act, underwater fight sequence. I like that. But I will not call this movie a classic. I won't call this movie the best Bond or the best Sean Connery Bond. I'm sorry. I still think Dr. No is better. I think that Goldfinger is much a better movie. I think that You Only Live Twice is better. From Russia with Love and even Diamonds Are Forever are actually better than this movie. I definitely would say that Never Say Never Again of all the Bond movies that Connery did is the worst one. Not a bad movie, but again, this is just, it's on par with this movie. It's just weak. Just weak movie, and I just don't buy them. And I don't like Bond is running away. Why is Bond in this movie running away in this circus? And I know everyone was making fun of Roger Moore. I definitely say that Roger Moore in Moonraker is much better movie, better excitement. At least in Moonraker he doesn't run away like a coward. In this movie, Bond runs away like a coward, and one of the assassins shoots him in the leg, and we see all bloody. Why he's running away? And while he's dancing in the dancing, one of the assassins shoots, and Bond turns and they hit. They go and hit Fiona, which is another disappointment in this movie. I would say, this is the back. I would say Thunderball is actually a disappointing film for me. As a huge Bond fan, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, it's just average movie, but this was just wasn't what I expected. Thunderball could give it much better movie. I wish there would be more action. I wish they could have done much better. Like I said, the budget was $9 million. I think was more expensive than all the previous 3 movies that they did, and they could have much better. They came out with this one with slow motion. It was just slow. And here's the thing. This was the 9th book by Ian Fleming, and it deserves it much better. This movie, in my opinion, deserves much better. Much better. And I don't buy 7 on IMDb. I'm sorry. It's just... like I said, I almost fall asleep twice by this movie. Because it was so slow. It was slow. It was really... The acting performance was by everyone average, I did not like when Sean Connery says, oh, what I did was for king and country, Or he says, oh, I don't care about the rest of the island. You should care about the island. You're not James Bond. You're saving people, dumbass. Now that you say, I don't care about the whole island, Why the fuck did even say that? That was really stupid screenplay, You know. I mean, of all the four movies, I'll say the worst one. Not meaning that's a bad movie. No, it's an okay, it's a decent, but it's also an average movie in my opinion. It's average. It's just like an okay film, but it's just at the same time it's getting nowhere. It's slow. It's just boring. The clinic was boring, and when Bond was like walking the hotel was just boring. It's just the movie is just very boring. Only the finale was the third act and the finale was decent, but I don't know why it was shaky cam, it was way too fast, the ship was moving way too fast, the fight sequence with Largo was way too fast, and disappointing was that Bond did not kill Largo. He's supposed to kill him, That's my biggest problem with Thunderball, I would say a time waster, I would say an average time waster, but that's not mean bad, don't take it bad, it's just, I don't know what else to say, it's I think it's a good Bond movie, yes, I do think so, but it's a time waster, it's just my least favorite film, and it just really goes slow, it's just boring, it goes slow, it's 2 hours, 10 minutes, way too long, it just goes slow and just boring, I still think that From Russia with Love is much better movie, much better paced movie. Dr. No, miles better paced movie than Thunderball. Goldfinger the best, You Only Live Twice, definitely better. Even Diamonds Are Forever, that gets shit on it, is better, For one of few reasons, I felt like Bond has been a laughing stock in this movie, Like even From Russia with Love, that's the problem why Terence Young did not return. This is his last movie that he reviewed. I mean, he directed the last movie he directed. That's one of the reasons why Terence Young did not return, because From Russia with Love, Bond goes on a knee. That shouldn't be. That was again to me laughable, but I wasn't laughing in From Russia with Love. In this movie, I was laughing at Bond because he was like, he goes and he was like with glow, with that glow. He was like, he goes and he was like. He put hands on that girl, it's just that was just really laughable. I was laughing, but most of the time I laughed on this Bond, That's the reason why I just don't like it, That why I just think it's not that good of a movie, I know they will say, oh, it's a good movie. Yeah, it is. By time to time, but it also shifts by slow, very slow pace that it's you get sleepy by the time, you kinda get sleepy, If I were bored, I watch this as a time waster. The only thing that I like was like I said, the finale, the third act, the underwater sequence between Navy and Largo Man was the best of the movie. That's the reason why it kept me going, but by time to time, even the romance is like platonic in this movie. I did not even saw he was making love with her, this is platonic romance, I think that From Russia with Love was better by Terence Young. Dr. No, miles better, that he did. But, yeah. I mean, talking about 23 minutes, what's my problem in this film? But yeah, that's my movie review on Thunderball. No, it's not a rant. By time to time, I like it, but it's just my least favorite James Bond film. If you really like this film or love this film, I'm sorry. This is just movie review for fun. Don't take it serious. But thanks so much for watching. Once again, hey, take care, everyone, and I will see you next time. That's gonna be my my personal favorite James Bond movie of all time, and that's gonna be You Only Live Twice, which I love to death. That movie kicks ass, Now I'm out. Take care. I'm out. Bye.